Arsenal are back in the Champions League for the first time since 2016-17. The group stage draw just happened, so I'm going to react to all the groups and give my early preview and predictions. We'll start off in Group A: Bayern Munich, Manchester United, Copenhagen, Galatasaray. I see that fairly easy group for Bayern. I think Bayern are going to be one of the favorites for this group after signing Harry Kane. They already have a promising attack. Musiala is an exciting young player to look out for. Kim Min-jae, solid defensive signing. I think they'll be pretty strong, and I think Manchester United will get out that group as well. Now, looking at Arsenal's group, Arsenal have drawn Sevilla, PSV, and Lens. Now, early early reactions to this group is a fairly easy group. I mean, last year we had PSV in the Europa League group. Lens from France, you look at them, they're an okay side, but should be beating them. And then Sevilla and all the teams in pot one, I think drawing Sevilla was fairly lucky for Arsenal. So a pretty easy group by the looks of it right now, and a group where we should comfortably make it out of. I think we shouldn't underestimate these teams, Sevilla, PSV, Lens. They could cause some issues. I think going away, it won't be the easiest places to go, but I think so far compared to some of the other groups, I mean, people are saying this group looks like a Europa League group, and I see that. And so hopefully first year back in the Champions League after a while, we have a fairly easy group stage, and we should top the group. Now looking at Group C, Napoli and Real Madrid got to be the favorites there to make it out. Group D, a bit of an underrated group. I think Benfica's going to be good. Inter, but Salzburg always do well in the Champions League. Sociedad, not a bad team as well, but I see Benfica, Inter most likely getting out of that group. Looking at the other ones, Group E, Feyenoord, Atletico, Lazio, Celtic, quite an easy group there. No real great team in there. I don't really rate Atletico as much as they were about 5 years ago. Lazio, Feyenoord, Celtic, any of those three could go through alongside Atletico Madrid. And then when you look at Group F, this is the group of death right here. I mean, PSG, Dortmund, Milan, and Newcastle. And if you look at pot three, I'd say Milan was probably the toughest out of that pot. And in pot four, Newcastle was probably the best team in there. So a very, very tough group for Newcastle. Going to be hard for them to make it out of that. I mean, even PSG may struggle to top this group as well. I mean, Dortmund, great team. Milan, guys like Rafael Leao, they're definitely an improved squad. So if I had to make a prediction out of this group, I'd go with PSG and AC Milan. Definitely the group of death. Group G, it always seems like Man City always draws Leipzig. Those two should be easy to get out of the group. And then Barca, Porto, Shakhtar Donetsk. I say Barcelona, Porto will get out of that group. I mean, if we look at these groups as a whole together, and you look at the top teams in this competition, obviously Manchester City, the favorites, the defending champions, and then I would say Bayern Munich and Real Madrid definitely pose a threat to them. But other than that, I'd say Arsenal currently have the fourth highest odds to win the Champions League. And I mean, when you look at the state of Europe right now, some of the powerhouses aren't as at a top level. There's no Juventus in this Champions League, no Liverpool. Barca, I'd say we're level with Barcelona, if not better than them at this current state. Other than Bayern, Real, and Man City, there's nobody else that I really fear. I think some of the Serie A teams might cause us some trouble. Napoli, Milan, Inter. PSG aren't looking as good this year, but they made some good signings. Colomani joining Mbappe and Ousmane Dembele. So I would like to see Arsenal make a strong push in this Champions League this year. Hopefully, a quarterfinal or semifinal run. But it's exciting seeing Arsenal back in the Champions League.